For the past like 2 years, I've been running PolarLabs, which is my pre-workout company, in-person sales mostly because I thought that was the best way to do things, but I want to branch into social media. So today, I'm just going to be going over what makes this pre-workout worth the premium dollar, right? I know you can get these cheap pre-workouts, like you can find stuff for $20, $30, right? And if that's what you want to do, go ahead. There's no problem with that. I'm not offended by it, right? But I want to go over every ingredient and explain why this is worth the money and explain to you why it's not underdosed like most pre-workouts you'll find today. So the first thing you'll notice is the size of this container. I'm a pretty big guy and this shit can't even fit in my hand, and like most pre-workouts that I'm not going to name kind of fit them like that, right? So the reason for that is because I have a very heavy dose of every important ingredient while also making sure that your body is not going to be taking anything extra that it doesn't need, right? I don't believe in certain pre-workouts that will add their own blend and it's like 70 fucking ingredients that you've never heard of and you're not really sure what they do. So I'm going to go over exactly which ingredients I have and why they work. As you can see, I probably have the shortest list out of any ingredient label on any pre-workout you've ever seen. I'll show you right there, right? So let's start from the beginning. The most important thing that most people like, right? So caffeine anhydrous. Most pre-workouts, the industry standard is like 400 milligrams of caffeine, right? I don't believe in that because caffeine causes vasoconstriction, right? So like you're not really getting a better pump. In fact, the more caffeine you take, the more likely you are to get a worse pump because it starts messing with your vascularity, right? So you're not gonna get the blood flow. You're just gonna go batshit crazy going over every single movement way too many times. Not gonna have a good workout. Then I have 1,350 milligrams of L-tyrosine, right? That's gonna keep you focused and locked in the gym. That's a good dose. That's just enough to work very well, but not too much where it's just excess. Then I have betaine anhydrous, 2,750. That's for strength and performance. Pretty underrated thing. The reason most pre-workouts don't put it there, and I'll just be honest, it's pretty expensive, right? But I don't believe in cheaping out because I believe that the right people will buy this product regardless of the price because it's fairly priced for what I pay for it and for the performance it gives you. Then beta-alanine. Most companies will cheap out and go with the 3.2 milligram dose. I'm gonna be honest, right? 3.2 milligrams is all you need. That's the clinical studies. That's the most effective dose. More than that is not an issue. I put 4,000 milligrams instead of 3,200, and the reason I did that is because you still get that full effective dose, maybe slightly more. The thing is, you're gonna get those tingles that everybody knows and loves that takes pre-workout a lot. So that's why I added that extra 800 milligrams to really give you those tingles. The last thing, and if you've taken pre-workout, you know what I mean, where it feels like you know what I mean, like you're itching and you're just excited to work out. Now, the last kicker that honestly makes this pre-workout hard to run for me is L-citrulline. L-citrulline is way too fucking expensive. And as you can see, I've got 7,000 milligrams here, if it would focus up. It's hard to see with the font because it's like a lightning font. So I got 7,000 milligrams of L-citrulline here. And the reason I did that instead of most companies that'll do like 2.5 or 3, maybe even 4, is because this is what helps your blood move, right? L-citrulline increases blood flow. Beta-alanine, which is the one I was just talking about previously, increases, it opens up your blood vessels, right? So you're gonna get the best pump possible, and everybody knows the most important thing for a pump to get those veins popping and everything is blood flow. This pre-workout has 5 ingredients, as heavily dosed as I needed them to be, while making sure that your body takes nothing extra. And on top of that, I didn't put any ingredient that doesn't need to be here, and I've got natural and artificial flavors. Come check this out. I'm running a limited drop right now where I'm doing it's going to be $45 once it drops in July. Again, because I just sold out and the market is pretty crazy right now. So I'm doing $40 limited purchase, or you can do a $15 deposit to secure your spot to buy for $45 because I'm going to buy a limited amount.